Yo, welcome to the Women's Basketball Lounge podcast. Grab a drink, grab a cigar, grab whatever your festivities are, and let's go.
Welcome back. Episode 10. Let's go, Mick.
Welcome back. Y'all ready? Oh my God, we 10 episodes in. We have a 10-year-old.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, 10 episodes. Okay, that's like a milestone. We're doing a dang thing. Milestone. And we have a special guest here tonight. I would like to introduce. His name is Michael Lefty. I call him Lefty. Known him as Lefty. We recently met. This 2 months ago?
Thanksgiving. After Thanksgiving.
At the Thanksgiving Hoop Fest, we had a mutual associate. And when I tell y'all, this guy knew every coach in the building, knew every player in the building. I had to get to know him, right? Had to get to know him. And Lefty is a known evaluator. He's traveled all over America evaluating girls basketball. I mean, has coached elite high school players, have coached 4-star, 5-star high school players, have evaluated them, worked with colleges on film, editing, highlight tapes, all that. So he's seen the best of the best. So let's welcome Lefty.
Woo!
Thank y'all for having me on.
Yeah, Lefty.
Great intro.
Thank you. Lefty, I'm excited to have you on the show. And let me tell you why I'm excited. I'm excited to have you on the show because Mick and I are always talking shit about people's game and their skill.
Oh, I do that a lot.
And you're the expert. So tell us what an evaluator is and how you became that, like how you've come to being that. Like give us your back, like just your story.
Okay, so basically I started in high school when I was 17. I was playing a lot, but I had went to school. I don't know if y'all know who Harmony Turner is that go to Harvard. The girl at Harvard. I went to high school with her. So I used to just practice like recording videos on her and stuff. Like I did every sport at first because my high school had a lot of just different talent just in different sports. So I just used to just promote everything. And the girls basketball just was rocking with me. I ain't gonna lie. Like when I went to for an event, and I'm thinking Harmony's probably the best girl I've seen. I went to an event and I'm seeing Kennedy Carter, I'm seeing Daisy Kelly, and I'm like, yo, who is this, right? So that's when I was like, and then I made a video and all the girls were supporting me, showing me love. I was like, yeah, I'm finna rock with the women's space. And then as I got in, I was very untraditional. I didn't really know you could even do anything like this in the space. Like I was more just doing media at first, but I knew kind of from me playing like what articles and evals and all that stuff, like how it looked. So I just did that and kind of copied it towards the women's space, and it kind of just grew. I was lucky because we're in Texas and there was just so many good elite players to just be able to work and do stuff with. But it really, when I was younger, like 17, 18, it was really just more just dealing with players. It wasn't no coaches necessarily. Like I was still trying to meet coaches. You know, I'm wearing my collar shirt, sitting on the bed, getting kicked out of tournaments, sneaking in tournaments. So I kind of went through the ringer with that. But the player side, like, it just, I don't know. Like, they just was rock with me. I just was very honest. Because a lot of people I noticed was just sugarcoating it, telling them what they wanted to hear. And my logic every time is, if you can't beat me, you're not like that. I don't care how many offers you got. If you can't beat me, you good for your age. That's how I looked at it, right? So that's really what helped me, I guess, build relationships with players, parents, because they just liked the fact that I was just so honest. And I guess I don't know. They just was rocking with my honesty, really. So, and then when I really start getting my foot in the door, that's kind of when I start talking to more coaches, parents. And as I start finding talent, I have mentors. RIP, I don't know if y'all know who Keith Russell is. Keith Russell really mentored me a lot when I was young. He coached DFW Elite, found Brittany Griner, all of these players. So he used to give me advice. on like what to do. Like, go start young. Stop looking at all these older 17U, 16U. Go to the babies, middle school, and go find you. And that's really what I was doing. Like JC, tapped in with JC, 7th grade. All these other players, 7th grade. That's really how I built like real rapport with coaches, because I was just finding talent. Like 7th grade, telling the coach you need to get on her before she blows. Even if they don't respond, I'm sending them messages, sending them games, and then when they finally pop, they calling me back. So that's really what it took. Just believing in my.
That's crazy, because what you just said, like not even knowing that's a thing that you could do. That's definitely where I would be mentally. Like, I didn't even know that's a thing that you could really do.
I didn't know that.
So how lucrative is this? Like, when, like, and not to get in your business, right? But like, people, like, this is a fans show, right? Like, fans want to know, like, you know, like, is this like a real legit business, or is this like a gateway into professional college? Like, what? Like, tell us more.
I didn't really have lucrative. I was more making money just off filming and taking pictures at first. So that's kind of what I did, and then we used my pictures and stuff to make articles, write-ups. That's kind of why I even did the picture stuff. And I was just making easy cash, really just filming. And then with the scout part, people would pay for my articles, but people would just pay me to pull up and give an eval to them. That's really what, as I kept. You gotta do free work though. A lot of people be feeling like, oh, you know how much free work. I did 2-3 years of free work. Wow. Just free work, just grinding, spending my own money. And like, a lot of people be wanting to get in, but they don't be wanting to spend their own money, invest in themselves. So, and then with the coaching side, once you find enough stars and find enough players, now the scouting service, and now it's way more lucrative when you already have like consistent product. I say product, consistent players, just finding players and just knowing stuff that people don't know. Like, you talking to the parents, you know a lot of stuff about the parents that these coaches will never. Right. Some coaches can't get on the phone.
You bridging the gap. You bridging the gap.
Yeah, playing the middleman really, and then the scouting service, the scouting service part. When I met Ray G probably like 2 years ago. Ray G, we got our recruiting service called Sudden Exposure. I've probably been like 5-6 years in when I met Ray G. So we kind of just combined all our resources, and then, oh man, coach is hitting us here. I'm going to JUCO events, finding stars. It was just like, as we start building like more stuff, more players, stuff just been falling in our lap. So I'll just say, lucrative wise, it's more about, you gotta build a great foundation, like your name, your credibility, your eye. That's really how you're gonna start making some money.
So here's where you talk your shit. Give me your top 3 players that are currently playing in college right now that you've helped get to college.
Jasmine Shavers at Texas Tech. Helped her. I ain't gonna say I helped harm, because most of these players are gonna get what they got regardless.
Well, was in the mix, right?
I'll just say it was in. There's another JUCO girl. She had nothing. I found her. She was like 6'6", and she was nice. I was like, yeah, you're gonna be nice. She's at Florida. She's going to Florida State next year now. So, just I'm trying to think of one more college that I just, because I feel like
WNBA.
I helped, but they already. I feel like me help. I just assisted. I'll say that assisted. Let me think some more. I assisted. Kanisha Godfrey at TCU. Jazz Jackson. She go to Georgia Southern. You got her there. Oh, a few players, but I always feel like I'm just assisting. Like, if it's a player who nobody knew, and then you blew. Sometimes if it's like a player that was probably going to get it anyways, like get the offers anyways, I'm more of a just. I'm gonna let them know early. That's kind of how I just letting them know early when nobody knows them. But I'd probably say in college right now, my main kids is those 4 right now that's trying to make some shake. Sanaa Burks at Texas State. I don't know if y'all know who Sanaa Burks is.
Okay.
Yeah, so what state would you say has the best high school girls basketball? I mean, you kind of already shouted out Texas, but
I got it in my phone. I got it in my phone. The top 10 states. Hold on, I wrote it in. It's in my phone. Top 10 states, and it's number 1 is Cali. Number 2 is Texas. I think Florida's in there.
But in your opinion, like what is
in
in your opinion, who's
I ain't gonna lie, Cali,
and why?
Cali because I just feel like Cali kids understand like their leverage. They understand they're just way more advanced, just understanding how the business works, how to move. Like I don't know, they just understand the moment. They're way more professional, I guess built to be more professional than a lot of kids down south. In Texas, we're just athletes, big, bred different, stuff like that. New York, they have a lot of skilled players, guards. They more produce a lot of guards.
Do you put New York and New Jersey together? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, dang, girl. Yeah, dang. Yeah. So around that, they normally have good guards like Hannah Hidalgo from New Jersey, stuff like that. So I say top 5 for me is Cali, Texas, New York, North Carolina, and probably Florida. That's my top
Interesting.
5.
Dang, Mick, no Indiana. No Indiana,
okay.
Mick.
No. Indiana do got some movies, but it's just they not when it comes to the match.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Indiana is definitely
I'm just joking with her.
A basketball state, but we're talking about something very, very specific here. We're talking high school girls ball. So I'm not mad at it at all. Lefty,
I'm just messing with you,
Give
Mick.
us your favorite women's basketball story.
Women's basketball. Okay, I'll give a more recent one. It's pretty crazy how it happened. This is a player that we've been working with, Ashley Paul. She was unranked this summer, 2 months. She went from unranked to 20 in the country on ESPN. Ray literally saw her on accident. Like their game got moved to 12 so we could watch her. Like we weren't supposed to watch her, right? So boom, I'm tired. I ain't gonna lie. I'm tired. I'm ready to dip. I'm like, Ray, let me know what she do, right? So he calls me, sends me the video. And I was like, dog, she's like that. She's from South Dakota. Back gym. Caught her in the back gym.
Wow.
Talked to her mom. I posted like everybody will know who Ashley Paul is by the end of the summer. And hey, she ended up top 20 in the country. She's 21 right now. 21 in the country right now.
Wow. What's her class?
26.
Oh.
She a junior.
She have any offers?
Yeah. Oh yeah, she got like 30 now.
Wow.
When we met her, she probably like 5, like South Dakota State. I think Nebraska wanted her a little bit too. But other than that, like she didn't have Texas, Notre Dame. Yeah, she didn't have that. She got all that. Iowa, all of that.
Oh wow, that's a congrats.
Yeah, she got all.
Congrats.
Yeah, no, shout out us. No, that was probably the craziest story because it accident like they were supposed to play early and the game got moved literally. Like that's why I feel like that was just more like fate, And we've been locked in with the family ever since. So
give me the time frame real quick before we go on to the next segment. You said she had like 5 offers when you met.
5 hours when we met.
And then 2 months she got 30 offers.
35, like 30 something, and she number 20 on ESPN.
Wow.
Getting invited to USA. Yeah, all that. Yep.
Wow. It can happen that fast.
It can happen that fast. It's all about who you know. Like I don't be wanting to say sometimes being good ain't good enough. Like,
honestly, yeah. It's almost like that with almost everything now. Like it's just being good. I mean, I could say that in comedy for sure. Just being funny is not enough. Like, you got to know somebody who knows somebody. You got to have some connections. So yeah, how rewarding is it for you, like, to see these players in their beginning, like being in that spot where it's like, get on top of this girl right now because she's gonna be dope, and then seeing them be like top in the nation?
It feels great because I don't know. It just feels great because some people, like other scouts, or they'll y'all tripping this and that. Oh, and I told you so. I told you. Trust my eye, not your own. That's why I be telling people, trust my eye. Yeah, so it's really rewarding just to see the like, cause you tell the like when we first meet the girls, like you're gonna blow up. Like you do this, you do that, and then when they do it and they see it, it's just good to really see that. And it really just helps us with more players because they're gonna tell their friends, their parents may tell their parents, so it really just helps us anyway.
Nice. Y'all want to get into some Unrivaled?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
It was an it was an exciting inaugural weekend. I'll say it like that because there were games Friday evening and Saturday. And the schedule of the games is kind of messing me up a little bit. It's giving like March Madness right now. So like I'm in my mind, I'm like, I'm going to watch this game. And the game already started. Like, so it's funny, like the way the schedule is working. But let's just start with some standings. How about that? We got Lunar Owls at number 1 with 2 wins. This is the only team so far that's no, they're not the only team that's played 2 games.
Who's on that team?
Who's on Lunar Owls? Who's on Lunar Owls?
Skylar Diggins.
Skylar Diggins Smith.
Nafisa Collier. Come on, I'm having a brain fart. Skylar Diggins, Nafisa Collier.
Here,
how long it was?
I got it here.
You got it.
Give me a second. Here we go. We got Skylar Diggins Smith. We've got Nafisa Collier. We've got Shakira Austin. We got Cam Brink, Alicia Gray, and Courtney Williams.
Skylar Diggins hit that buzzer beater 3. They went behind the screen like a dumbass and hit that buzzer beater 3, the very first game of Unrivaled. That was. Did you watch that, Lefty? By the way, I know Mick watched it.
I ain't gonna lie, I watched clips. I did not watch the whole game.
But the clips look pretty legit, right? Like the clips look.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great hoops. I mean, you got the best of the best playing each other. And it's great hoops. I don't know how. Do y'all feel like the league is gonna sustain? Like, I don't know. Like, that's my thing. Like, are they making any money from the league? Like, they're paying them, but is the league making money? Are they making?
Well, the results from the first weekend, like, because I think a lot of this is going to have to do with how well it performs on TV, like how many people watch and stuff. The results came in. They had, like, by all measurements, a successful like inaugural weekend. Like, people watch the games and stuff, and they stream on Max. So in terms of how that's going to translate into money, I don't know. Trailblazing is hard.
So they asked Nafisa Collier this question. They said, what is going to make this season successful? And she was like, if I'm being honest, we are already successful. As in, we already sold out tickets. They already sold their tickets. Right? Season is sold out. So if you buy a ticket, it got to be a resale ticket. Right? Tickets is sold out. They already have guaranteed money from, even if, knock on wood, they don't get the numbers that they want. TNT, HBO Max, all these people have already guaranteed them money. Right? And then they have top investors, right? You have Don Staley, Steve Nash, LeBron James, right? Like, we have all these people, stars, actors invested. I don't know how much they raised, but it's up there. And then they're already treating they're the highest paid league in the world, right? Like, their contracts compared to the amount of games, like they're getting first class, like they're getting flown out first class, private jets. I mean, they already have like cryotherapy, all that, like state of the art, hotels in Miami, all this stuff. So she said, like, because of all this, access and, investors and a platform, like, they've already been successful this year, according to Nafisa.
I just want to know the
sustainability.
Like how long are they going to be investing? Like, Like,
I feel like this
they plan on
season
doing
is
it.
probably gonna tell us a lot. Like, you know what I mean? Just once people crunch the numbers at the end, and
You have to pay Caitlin the bag to get her to play. People are
I feel like
tapping in
Caitlyn
more.
don't have
You
to
pay
though.
Caitlin the bag.
Good luck.
Yeah, no, she
Her
for the
Asia,
bag. Yeah, she ain't doing
her and
nothing.
Asia don't
Yeah.
have to. People like them don't have to.
Yeah.
All right, so
Nah, they ain't.
standings. We got Lunar Owls at number 1. They are 2-0. We got Laces under that with 1 win. We got the Vinyl under that with 1 win. We got the Mist under that with 1 loss. Phantom under that with 1 loss. And the Rose with 2 L's. 0 and 2.
Who's on that team?
So the Rose are Lexi
They
Hole,
got Angel Reese.
Lexi
I know that.
Hole, Chelsea
Chelsea
Gray, Brittany Sykes, Azura Stevens, Kalia Copper, and Angel Reese.
Dang, they
Mm-hmm.
got Brittany Sykes, Azure Stevens.
And you know what's crazy?
But
Yeah, it's a tough competitive league. It's a
when
competitive
we
league.
first
though.
started talking
It is.
about this,
Damn.
Mimi and I picked teams, right? And I was torn between the Laces and the Rose. And so the Laces actually did well. They whooped the Phantom's ass. Sorry, Mimi. Like that was rough.
they just getting
Who
started.
the captain of the Laces
The
team?
Phantom
What team?
team?
Is that? What team is that? What team is
Or Laces.
that?
Yeah, so the
Laces,
Laces
the Laces.
are Kate Martin, Stephanie Dawson, AT, so Alyssa Thomas, Tiffany Hayes, Jackie Young, and Kayla McBride.
I ain't gonna lie, that team is like that.
Yeah.
That's a mixed pick, y'all. I picked the Phantom.
All right, so let me
They
tell
gonna get
let
it
me
together.
let me tell you who's on the Phantom just to refresh. I hear you saying they're gonna get it together, but they got some things to talk about. Let's just say it like that. All right, so we got Brittany Griner, Satu Sabali, Sabrina Ionesco, Marina
They're
Mabry,
losing?
Natasha
Exactly.
Cloud,
Marina Mabry.
and Katie Lou Samuelson.
Exactly.
Like, dog, how are y'all not in it?
Exactly.
You got Sabrina, Brittany, like, what are you
And
doing?
Satu on the same team.
Nah, that is nuts. That's nuts. That's nuts.
The Phantom gonna win. They just working on chemistry, team chemistry.
They definitely, once they get the Kings out, they should win.
It's
That should be
early.
the-
It's
But-
early for
but
sure.
it's
But
early.
I'm telling you though, I don't know if you had a chance to go back and like watch that Laces game. It's streaming on Max, so if y'all get a chance, just go check it
Oh
out.
my
It's
God.
good. Like I'm not doing nothing. Good watching. The Laces was running that ball so well. I mean, like they look good. They look very difficult to beat. And I have to eat some words because I wasn't that convinced about Stephanie Dawson. Like, I just wasn't that convinced. But I mean, Big Mama was out there, Big Mama in the court. She was Big Mama and Brittany Griner. She was handling Brittany
hell?
Griner.
Well, you can't hide in 3-on-3.
Yeah.
And that's what I love. Like Lefty and like our audience, y'all gotta go watch this 3-on-3. It is amazing. Like you cannot.
I like that.
Yes, like you and I thought about bringing a 3-on-3 league to Dallas. Lefty, look out! I'm gonna hit you up about that. But high school level, like I'm watching this, and it is so amazing because you can't hide. You have to show your skill level, and then getting up and down the court. You know, Brittany Griner getting old, like these veterans.
You gotta be able to hoop. You can't hide.
Right. 3-on-3 shows
And it's
athleticism.
fast. It's quick.
Right. And so so these players got to be careful when they sign up for Unrivaled because it can expose them for what they do have or what they don't have.
Here's
Yeah. And you get exposed, can't get cut
Yeah.
in the WNBA.
Here's something I thought about. So remember we were talking about the Olympics, the 3-on-3 in the Olympics this past year, and Lefty, we were trying to figure out like how do they decide who plays the 3-on-3. So I ended up getting some additional info like, okay, these players have to play a certain amount of like 3-on-3 games to get, there's like some type of point system, some shit that's way too complicated for me to understand. But basically, like they got to play 3-on-3 in order to build enough points to qualify to play 3-on-3 in the Olympics. So what I'm wondering is, can Unrivaled count toward that?
With the Olympics, it's more like you gotta like be in the USA system and have to, like that's why Caitlin didn't make the USA team because she didn't play in the USA team in college and high school. Like you gotta really be playing in that system for a few years to kind of be able to get invited to stuff like that. But 3v3 like high school, they normally just invite the best. They normally just invite the best 5 and then they choose out of that and take 4 in high school. Like Chavez never played USA. She's on that 3v3 team.
I bet she is.
Yeah, she's on that
All
team.
right.
That's crazy.
Let's talk about some WNBA free agency. Mimi, what we got?
Okay, do y'all know there's 42 players that are up for free agency in the WNBA
Is that a lot?
right now?
That feels like a lot.
With the we only have 144 players. You only have 144 players and you got 42 players up for free agency? That's a whole new league next year. If shit go haywire. That's a whole new league.
That is facts.
And Mick, I got some disappointing news. You probably already heard. Kelsey Plum denied her contract with the Aces.
I'm actually not disappointed.
Yeah, I think she should go and try to.
I think Kelsey Plum, what I've seen from her, I haven't seen like, honestly, I like Kelsey Plum, but I haven't seen her get more consistent in her years with the Aces. I've seen her get less consistent with the Aces. I'm not saying that has anything to do with her skill level. You know what I mean? I'm not going that far, but I could understand why she might be ready to move on. There's only one team. Here's the thing though, like, what is she trying to accomplish? Because to me, there's only one team that could add Kelsey Plum. There's only one team who's not a championship contender at the moment. This is a hot take. That's not a championship contender at the moment that could become a championship contender if they add Kelsey Plum. And that's the Chicago Sky to me.
A veteran point guard.
I don't know. You got Kennedy, you got Angel. I don't know if she blends.
I thought about this like, where else can she go? You know what I mean?
You put her on Mercury? What she do?
No. Natasha got that on lock. PG.
I mean, the Mercury do need to get younger.
Speaking of, your girl Dinah Taurasi's up for free agency, but her ass ain't going nowhere.
I think she might go somewhere and then retire. She might decide not to retire in Phoenix. That would be weird. So, but it could happen. I'm gonna name off some girls, right? Just some top elite players that everybody know, and y'all just tell me going or staying. Okay, y'all just tell me going or staying. Okay, let's start off with DeWanna Bonner, Connecticut.
Stan. That's who Kelsey Plum needs to go try.
I'm gonna say gone.
All right, I'm gonna say Stan. I'm staying. I think she stays with ain't she married to what's her name?
Next free agency, we're gonna go with Alyssa Thomas.
I think
going to stay.
Yeah, they both
up for free agency.
I think they either both stay or they both go.
I don't know. I think we see there could be. I didn't realize AT was up too. You know what I could see happening? I could see DeWanna Bonner staying and AT leaving.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't see them leaving.
After just getting engaged. You see them splitting up.
I feel like they understand that this is how this works. They can't expect to play for the same team forever, like for the entirety of their career. Like I don't think. But I do think if one of them leave, they probably won't go too far. Like one of them might end up in New York or something like that. But I would love to see AT come to the Aces.
That's too OP.
Yeah.
Man. The Aces?
AT and Asia? That's cheating. That's cheat code. That's cheat code. That's cheat code. Stop it.
I'm just saying, I would love to wear an Alyssa Thomas Las Vegas jersey.
Lefty, she's a diehard Aces fan. Just know,
I mean, they win.
Yeah, you can't change Mick's mind.
I'm supposed to be. I live in Las Vegas.
That's why she went with the laces.
I don't know.
You think?
Boner stays to me. Yeah, 37. Like, what are you?
All right, let's stay with Connecticut. Brianna Jones.
She might leave.
Post player.
I think she might. I know who Brianna Jones is. I think she dipped though. Go play for who could she play for? Like the what's the name might need her. Ryan Howard and them. Atlanta might need her.
I could see that.
Okay.
Now that we
speaking of Atlanta,
I could
let's
see
go.
one of either Bonner or Thomas going to Atlanta too, because that ain't that far from Connecticut.
Yeah. Right. Black power. Speaking of Atlanta, let's go Jordan Canada. PG. She was hurt all season last year.
I think she leaves.
Okay.
Mm.
Who's she on?
ATL, baby.
She was hurt.
Atlanta. She was hurt all season.
Might as well stay at this point if they want to stay.
Here's a big one. Kelsey Mitchell with Indiana.
I was gonna say she stays.
Oh, you gotta stay.
As long as they will have her, she stays. I think.
Yeah, you better stay. Yeah, you better stay.
All right, this one I got she going. Natasha Howard with the Wings. I got she going. Wings gonna have a whole new team.
You might dip. I mean, but they could get paid. It could help her.
It could.
They get paid.
I'm gonna say she stays because I don't know where she goes.
Yeah, I think she stays. I'll say she stays.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say she stays.
And this is kind of cheat code. She already announced she's leaving, but Satu Sabli
where do we
from
think
Dallas
she's gonna
Wings.
end up?
I think New York with her sister.
If they get her, yeah, they gonna win again.
Does New York can they afford her?
Well, John Quill is up for free agency, but she ain't going nowhere. Breanna Stewart is up for free agency. She ain't going nowhere. So there's nobody else up in New York for free agency besides your two.
That's
All-Stars.
what I'm saying.
So
like, I don't think they can afford her.
She go-
Yeah, they might not.
And
where was she? Oh no.
There was a couple. I think it was LA.
New team? Like, we should go to one of these new teams.
LA needs a star besides Cameron Brink, right?
Hey.
LA needs a star.
I feel like LA already got a lot of like inside presence. They need like guards.
Right. But Satu can stretch a floor. But I told Mick last podcast that it could be possible because they have the number 2 pick that if the Wings pass up on Paige from UConn, Paige could be.
They pass up on Paige.
LA. Well, hold on. You don't know my theory. Lefty,
okay.
You don't know my theory.
Okay.
Olivia from Notre Dame.
Wow.
Yes. She is.
I know Olivia, and she's not leaving. I don't think she's leaving. I'm gonna keep it real. She's staying.
She's staying in college?
No, she's staying. I don't think she leaves. She was hurt too.
She has another year of eligibility?
Yeah, she was hurt. She got hurt last year. She was sitting out the whole last year.
Okay. Wow.
Really, I have extra. They finna add a 5th year.
Damn, you just shot me in the foot. You shot me in the big time.
Yeah, nah, I don't see Olivia leaving. I don't see Olivia.
She could be the number one pick. She balling her ass off.
I don't even see her being the number one pick if she leaves.
Yeah,
we're gonna agree to disagree.
I mean, you make a really good point. Like she might choose just not to leave.
I don't pick Kate
and like be in the like play another year to not even have to, you know what I mean,
maybe
deal with that.
Yeah, I have a different choice. Yeah,
she probably making more money at Notre Dame than would if she would at any NBA team, right?
But on Satu Sabally going to LA, you think Satu Sabally wants to come? Do you think she would play off the bench, or you think she would start? So then, what you gonna do with Cam Brink? Because you can't have Cam Brink coming off the bench.
They don't play the same position.
They don't.
Satu can play the 3.
Oh, okay.
Cam Brink plays the 4.
Okay. In my mind, Satu was a 4.
Satu going to the Fever though. I'm gonna keep it real. I feel like Aaliyah Boston should go.
I think she should go. I don't think she will go. That Caitlin Clark attention.
Y'all so disrespectful.
I feel like it's too hard to give up at this point. Like that. At this point, she been playing in front of sold out crowds an entire season.
You have the game. The lights are there. Yeah. I don't know what. She might go to this. I don't know where she would go. It's gonna be interesting.
Who, Aaliyah Boston?
Suns. Nah.
Sabally. Satu Sabally. I don't know where she goes either. Maybe. Yeah, maybe she should go to Phoenix.
Or Atlanta. Or Atlanta.
Yeah, something like that.
All right. Well, we're gonna move on to a new international basketball league that Maverick Carter, who is LeBron James' business partner, is working with some investors to figure out how to start. I believe they're trying to raise like $5 million. Is that right, Mimi?
No, they're trying to raise billions. Did you say billion or million?
I can't remember, but I meant billion.
Yeah, they're trying to raise like $5 billion, and they're trying to combine women and men playing together in a new league right after. I wanted to talk.
Wait, playing on the same team?
Correct. Oh. And this being an international league, like the very first international league where you have the best of the best from USA, Madrid, Russia, Germany, all that. And you have like an international league. And LeBron was like, I'm not going to comment on it, but you got his right-hand man looking for investors for it. But I'm like, they taking Unrivaled and trying to take it to the next level. Like now it's like a new wave for everybody to create their own league. I don't know. Breanna Stewart didn't just created a whole new wave of leagues outside the NBA, WNBA. Like now I'm like with the NBA, WNBA, I'm like, it's open game now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're really just trying to get more like the other countries, like, because they have a lot of leagues, stuff like that too, instead of them going overseas. Because that Brittany Griner situation really caused a lot of people to have to like help out. I ain't gonna lie, because that was bad. That was bad.
I'm actually glad. I think it's good for the league that's happening, because I do think that Brittany Griner situation was like a wake up call for everybody. Like, you know, it's not like it's a totally different country. You know what I mean? If something happened, you know, it's not like it's gonna be easy to get somebody back home. So I think it's good. I'm glad to see it. I just hope they can pay them competitively enough to keep our players in the country.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So
go crazy though. I ain't gonna lie.
So did y'all
like a USA Olympic type league? That's what it sounds like.
Correct. But so do y'all think this league with women playing with men is gonna be good?
I didn't even know they were planning to do it that way. I thought it was men's teams and women's teams, but
Is it? Okay,
I don't know
we
for
need more
sure.
facts. We need to get more facts. But
I was gonna say if they playing together, like what ball they playing with.
I'm gonna look
wanna
at
know a lot of
the
that.
post
Like,
you
what,
sent me real quick while we talking about it, just to
Yeah.
confirm his.
yeah, look at it. Cause it said like women and men. So I'm like, women and men playing together. I mean, you got some athletic women. Like, don't get me wrong. Like Kalia Copper, athlete, right?
Okay.
But then you got Asia Wilson, who's not an athlete, but great. Like,
here's what we know. The league is 12 teams, 6 men and 6 women. The league will play in 8 global cities. Players will receive an equity stake. The league will adopt a Formula One model. Singapore is the primary initial market. LeBron's team declined to comment on if he had been approached to participate.
LeBron's gonna play.
6 women,
But it's
6
interesting
men.
because we were talking about
that's playing
keeping
together
them in the country, but this is an international ball league. So, well, it says 12. There are 12 teams, 6 men, 6 women. 12 teams, 6. So I read that as 6 men's teams, 6 women's teams.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was six of
Maybe.
each per team. Maybe.
Yeah, I got that. Maybe I messed up too. I read it
This
like
is
that
exactly
too,
what it
Maybe
says.
I'm
It
lost.
says the league is 12 teams, 6 men and 6 women.
Oh,
That's all it say.
oh, okay. 12 teams, 6. So it might be like a men's and women's on some Olympic cup stuff.
Not to be negative, Nancy, but nah, I'm not feeling it. Like let's get the W off the ground first before we start sending our women into other leagues. Like we already got Unrivaled.
I think it'll be way more lucrative for the girls because you're playing in the same league and you got LeBron playing in the league. Like,
I feel like
that's too much for our bodies. That's too much.
But you're getting fake equity. You're getting equity. You know how many people finna come watch LeBron play?
I feel like we always complain that there are not enough spots in the W for the talent that we have. So I don't think it has to be either or. Like, to me, I don't know if it has to be like that they take anything away from the W. If anything, I feel like it just add more spots. It just gives more opportunities.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like they'll get paid more than the W. So it's like, especially you got LeBron. They mess around and have somebody else on there. Devin Booker or somebody crazy playing. Like, they pulling up.
And having another offer always makes your money go up. Like, so, if I go to my job right now and say, I have another offer on the table, they paying me this much, my job has a decision to make. Either they going to pay me that, you know what I mean, or lose me. And I feel like that's good in terms of forcing the W to actually pay more too.
Is it though?
Yeah, it helps the players have more leverage.
Yeah.
Is it though? Because your job can't say, hey, we can't afford you because our numbers just aren't right. Go play. And then the W tanks with all these leagues coming up and these women getting paid all this amount of money. Why would I, right? Think about this, Lefty and Mick. Why would I go play in a W for $200K a year playing 50 games when I can go play in a rival, right, for $150K when I'm playing 20
I think
games.
it's supply and demand.
Right?
Everybody not going to be able to go do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, everybody not going to be rivals. Because that's the best of the best in the W. You're not going to be able to. Not everybody. You're going to be overseas too if you're not one of those. You're going to be overseas with the other ones.
I mean, I think it'll be interesting to see what they come up with, but I don't hate it. You know what I mean? I think the W can do a little better than they're doing. Ultimately, the W is the W. They're not going to let themselves tank.
Yeah, I think the marketing, the business structure, like I feel like the business model of the W is not good. Like they got to fix a lot. I think they got to change it. They trying to make it to like the boys and it's not. Like they got to find what works for them instead of trying to make it the same. You know what I'm saying? I don't like how they do it.
Right. I'm just scared. Like I want the W to be successful. And right now we're on the cusp of being successful. Like I feel like, yes, we've been successful, right? But like being successful is like $1 billion league, like on NBA level type stuff. And I feel like I just want to protect that baby, you know, and let that baby grow, you know, and nourish that baby a little bit before we start having more babies.
But I feel like them doing that will help the WNBA girls.
Mm-hmm.
They going to play in this league different. Like more people will be like, dang, if they like what they saw, let's just say they play in that league overseas. If them overseas players even like anything, they're going to tap in.
I also feel like
because them overseas fans.
I also feel like the W is always going to be the premier women's professional basketball league in America. So there's always going to be kind of the prestige that comes along with that. Like all championships ain't created equal. You know what I mean? So I don't think the W will tank. I think these other leagues are actually going to have to figure out a way to work around them. Like they might not even be playing during the same times and all of that stuff.
Right. And then also you got what's that girl name that played for France that shocked the world, and then she came back and played for Phoenix. Angel.
What's her first name?
Gabby
Williams. Yeah.
Gabby Williams. Like she was not talked about at all, but then once she played for the Olympics, she was seen and heard. So this league LeBron is creating might be discoverable for all those European, you know, international players, those underdog players, and they come in and shock the world to get a WNBA contract or NBA contract and stuff like that. So the Olympics was great for Gabby Williams, like to where she got it.
Even that dude who dunked on LeBron, he got a deal right after that from the Sixers.
Wow.
It makes sense.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So let's get into some NCAA, what everybody's excited about right now.
Specifically, let's get into Don Staley's pockets for a minute.
Show me the money.
Those are deep pockets. Y'all can swim.
Well, he earned that.
She definitely earned it. So for our audience, just to bring you up to speed, if you have been under a rock, Don Staley received a contract extension from South Carolina that is a total value of $25 million. And she signed through the 2029-2030 season. So she'll be earning basically $4 million a year to start with a $250,000 escalator. And then there's also a $500,000 sign-in bonus. This all together makes her the highest paid college women's basketball coach of all time. Now, I've been seeing outlets say she's the highest paid woman in women's basketball. I've even been seeing some outlets saying she's the highest paid woman in women's sports. This is from the Associated Press. That's who I trust. They said it makes her the highest paid college women's basketball coach of all time.
Yeah. Who else? Who else should be paid? Like that?
Pay the lady.
Lefty, you said she deserves it. Why does she deserve it?
Because I just feel like she created a standard. Like in the players she has, those players could go anywhere and start. Like I don't know. It's just something about her. She just gets her players to buy in. Like, they buy in, even because South Carolina, before she got there, South Carolina was nothing. So that's my thing. Like she turned it into a powerhouse. Like she's like that. Like she earned that. Gino, all that. Like if Gino getting paid, hey, Don needs to get paid too.
The woman lost 2 basketball games in 3 years. Pay the lady.
Consistently have one recruiting class every year consistent.
I can't think of anybody who deserves. I don't even think there's anybody who can make an argument.
And she really never has that many transfers. If you think about it, she never has that
ever. She has a consistent team.
Which is that goes to that whole buy-in thing. Like her team ain't going to the portal. Her team ain't trying to leave. They not like all of that is good coaching. That's that buy-in thing that Lefty was talking about.
Yeah, they buy into what she said. To what she's saying.
Man, it's just crazy. Like, so Lefty, what was your interactions? I know you've met Don. Like, what was your interactions? Could you tell us a little?
Don one time. For me, when I meet coaches, I just be like, pick their brain. Like, I always like to ask coaches, like, how do you even get better? Like when you so successful, like how do you improve? How do you challenge yourself? Like that's what I like to ask. Some coaches will be dry. I mean, Don was just like, I challenge myself. Just you never know what you're gonna expect. Every team different. When the Leah Boston, all them, they way different than this group now. So she's just saying adjusting. A lot of coaches say adjust, but Don cool though. She keep it real. She kick it. She talk trash. She do her thing.
Yeah, she just went viral for with Plies talking about she motherfucking precious.
She's a player's coach. She's a player's coach.
This is a little off topic, and we'll get back on topic. But like, as a college coach, do you have to be a little hip in order to get players?
I wouldn't say you have to be hip. Somebody has to be hip on your staff, though. Like you gotta have somebody that can relate with the players, that understand what players like the newer generation. Like you gotta have that. You can't be. That's why I feel like UConn is slowly declining because they have too many old. It's just too many old. There's no youth, no nothing. It's just like very old traditional style. I feel like the new now if you're being too traditional, I feel like you're gonna lose your job or you're gonna hate me personally.
I feel like because like everything is about reach now. So I feel like the new players coming in, they're not just thinking about how well is this coach going to coach me? How likely is it that we're going to get a championship? I feel like they're also thinking about like, how quickly am I going to be able to build a reach, a following that's going to bring my monetary value up? Like, and if I have a charismatic coach, then that makes it that much easier because people are already paying attention to that coach. So they automatically going to be paying. It just makes you more visible. Like a charismatic coach makes the team more visible, I think.
Yeah, I'll say a lot of coaches with the business I've been on, like I would say a good business and a bad business. Some coaches they stick to what they think instead of asking questions and recruiting a player. Like how I feel like recruiting a player is like learning their love language, learning how they want to recruit it. Some coaches that do bad try to recruit every player like almost the same way. Do the same things, this and that. But if a player tell you, I want you to call, I want the coaches who recruit me to call. If they don't call. Like some of them just don't be listening. It really be that simple. Like they don't listen. They think they know. Real talk. They just be thinking they know. I'm like, nah, you don't know.
So let's talk about March Madness. We got teams. We got the women's teams, the NCAA women's teams, getting some moolah for participating.
About damn time. Shit. Excuse my French.
Yeah.
About time.
I mean, I thought they normally get paid but you gotta win though. You can't, not to participate, but you gotta win. Like first round you win, your team gets some money. But you gotta win though.
But participate. So that means
you get paid to participate.
Right. So I'm thinking about the small schools like these HBCUs that have been making it in. Right? Like this past year, like didn't Grambling? No, Jackson State women's basketball team made it in. Like giving these HBCUs a chance, giving them money. You know, I'm thinking about these small schools that make it, you know what I mean, which they don't have a chance to win, but they just make it in through a great season and they getting some money from it. That's excelling their funds and their money to use it the right way to go recruit these players. So I just think this is great.
Some of those HBCUs, they don't even have money to go out and look at them. That'd be tough. It'd be tough for them.
Yeah, that's true. It's not like even playing field for sure.
I think
my fault. Say that again, Lefty.
I said, no, I think that's really good that they paying them to participate though, because you do have like a 15 versus a 1 seed that they not gonna win. It's just hard. Yeah, I like.
So how much? That's what I want to know. Which, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I want to know. How much?
Something is always better than nothing, for sure.
I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna get. But I think it's good though for the sport. I feel like I like college way more than WNBA. Me personally, I just feel like that college is just, I don't know, that fan base it's just way better. Because you have people that support your school who just love the school.
Yeah.
That'd be the thing.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like there's a level of desperation that those players play with that. And I don't feel like that just like about the W. I feel like that about the NBA too. Like there's just a level of like, I won't say desperation, but urgency that college players play with that I feel like professional players don't always have.
Yeah, no, actually that check, they get a little.
But we might see some of that in college ball now because
college. No, you see it in college now though too. Kids letting them get their head. Some of them, but some it is. I think it all depends on your parents. A lot of these parents stole off too, right with the kid. A lot of these parents be doing it.
So we got Pat Week coming up
for real. Man,
what is that?
Pat Week is in the SEC. It's kind of like the biggest games of the games in the SEC week. Okay. So it's like they named it like Pat Week or whatever.
Pat Summit.
Yeah, Pat Summit or whatever. So within Pat Week, we've already had some games played. Like we already had South Carolina beat the shit out of OU, right? Yeah. And then we had a close game, Villanova versus Tennessee. That was a great game. Villanova ended up winning 70-69. Great game, but then
Vandy.
I mean Vanderbilt. Yeah, Vanderbilt. But
and then Thursday, South Carolina LSU.
Yes. So you got South Carolina LSU. You got Ole Miss and UT, right? You got UT versus Tennessee. You got Alabama versus Villanova, right? Like you got, Auburn versus Florida, so it's going to be some crazy madness in Pat Week. So this week is like the week of the SEC.
Who y'all got in those matchups?
Well, I mean, let's start off with the main matchup. I think the main matchup is going to be this week, Thursday, LSU versus South Carolina. Who y'all got? I know who I got. Who y'all got? By the way, LSU is 20-0. 20-0 right now.
South Carolina by y'all might go South Carolina by 15.
Ooh, that's a hot take. I love LSU. Like I would love to see LSU win a tournament. But I gotta go with South Carolina. I think experience it's going to trump. I feel like LSU is working through some immaturity on their team still a little bit. This is my opinion. But so is South Carolina.
Yeah, I just feel like they've been in so many. I ain't gonna lie. Nobody has put up. Let's see, what is this? Over 70 points on South Carolina. Nobody. That's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, and they just way bigger. Like they just way bigger. Michaela playing a 4, like
it's gonna be a fun game. But I think ultimately South Carolina. I ain't gonna say South Carolina by 15. That's crazy.
I don't want to gas it and say 4, but 15.
That's crazy. But
and when they do, hey, make sure y'all tell me. Collab on that.
I'm gonna say South Carolina by 4.
Ooh, that's close.
I think it's gonna be a close game.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
I think we're gonna see some lead changes in there. I think it's gonna be a good back and forth.
I think it'll be good the first half of the game. The third quarter is gonna get bad.
I feel like this.
Yeah.
South Carolina's going to win because they're playing in South Carolina, right? But I feel like once LSU get them back at LSU, it's going to be a more competitive game and LSU will have a chance. But I don't think anybody, not even UCLA, who beat South Carolina, I don't think anybody has a chance of winning against South Carolina in South Carolina. So I just don't think anybody will. Not now. No.
Big words.
Maybe.
They've been. When have they lost at home? They haven't lost at home.
They haven't. I mean, they barely lose at all. So there's that.
But. Right.
Yeah.
And those three losses Don has lost over the 2 years have been, or 3 years have been away. right? So, I mean, she has not lost a game home. I don't know the facts, but in years. So it's hard to go get a win there. So
yeah, true story.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough to beat them. I ain't gonna lie. They have to play just perfect almost. Cause they bigger than y'all. They gonna out rebound y'all. Like, hey, it's gonna be tough. And they play defense.
True story.
Another good team. Another good matchup. UT Tennessee. Who y'all got? Cause Tennessee is good. UT is good. UT's only lost to Notre Dame and South Carolina. Tennessee's only had 2 losses.
I got UT.
I'm gonna go Tennessee.
What? Thank you, Mig.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Tennessee.
Who's the coach of UT?
Vic Schaefer.
Okay.
Vic Schaefer?
Yeah. He used to be the coach at Mississippi State.
I'm gonna go with UT.
He's a defensive coach. Why? Okay, give me your whys. Why you going for Tennessee and why you going for UT, Nick?
Tennessee. I just feel like I just know the coach and I know they in shape. She ran the dog shit out of them this summer. I just feel like they gonna be prepared for this game. I just feel like they're gonna be real battle tested. They've been in some great games. Like, yeah, I'm rocking with Tennessee. I ain't gonna lie, I'm rocking with Tennessee. Texas just be having too many injuries here and there. Like, I don't know.
I'm gonna go with UT just because of the teams they've lost to. Like, the only teams who have beat them have been teams that's beaten everybody pretty much. So that's why I would go with them. Like, if they only lose into the best teams, to me, like, they're gonna beat Tennessee.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I mean, I saw Vic Schaefer having them on the goddamn track with goddamn vest on, weight vest on, and battling. He known for his defense. So I mean, UT stuck with South. If y'all think about it, UT stuck with South Carolina. It just UT just could not shoot. They just could not buy a shot in South Carolina. Like, they were playing great defense. Like, they were competitive. They didn't get blown out, and they were like 2 for 16 from the field goal. Yeah,
they should have. They should have got blown out. The fact that it wasn't a blowout, like, speaks volumes.
Right. That speaks volumes. Yeah. Right. And then, like,
I mean, what's the blowout?
20 plus, 30.
17. That's a beating. Then.
It's a decisive win.
It only got to 17.
It's a decisive win
because of the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Yeah, I just feel like if Rory was just 100%, like, I don't know, like, if she was just, when she get back right, I like Texas. She just get back fully right. But she coming off that injury, a lot of.
But Lefty, it wasn't even Roy. It was Madison Booker who was missing easy mid range. She's the queen.
No, what I'm saying, if Rory was like back, when she get back to her, it's gonna be way different. Like, I feel like they would have beat Notre Dame if Rory was back to her. Like, when she get back to her, they would beat. Yeah, like, Rory's like that to me.
All right, well, we gonna see what happens.
Okay,
we gonna see.
I'm gonna go with Tennessee on that.
All right, well, I think we at the end of our show. Thank you, Lefty, for joining us. Tell our audience where they can find you, how they can follow you, how they can keep up with you.
My Instagram is Lefty Mike. Just like that, Lefty Mike. I got my middle school page, Lefty. My Twitter is UN Prospects, capital U, capital N, capital P Prospects, and then I also got my regular Twitter, Lefty Mike with 2 Y's. And then events. I got some events coming. Doing this middle school league called the Texas Champion League. First date is February 8th and 9th. Then we're doing another one in Houston, February 18th and 19th. So yeah, that's a event I got coming up. Top middle schoolers, Texas Champion League. I think that's gonna be pretty big here in the next couple months, a year.
Oh, nice. So, yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Oh, and my website, lefty.net. Lefty.net. 2 Y's. Lefty.net.
There we go. All right, so we got some big news. We told y'all we would be live streaming one of the Unrivaled games, and we are doing it. We have a date decided. We are going to be live streaming the Unrivaled game between the Vinyl and the Laces on February 8th. That's a Saturday. The game starts at 6 p.m. Eastern time. That's 5 p.m. Central. That's 3 p.m. if you on the West Coast like me. So we're going to be streaming this on Twitch. More info to come, but I'm super excited. This is our first time like live streaming anything and watching a game with y'all. So make sure y'all turn it on. Come join us.
Yes. Come on. Bring your cigars. Bring your wine.
Bring your wine.
Bring whatever your festivities are.
We're going to have a bunch of drunk people on Twitch. But yeah, bring your drink, bring your cigar, bring whatever your festivities are, and let's go. Peace out.